And then the last step is to brush away the bakes. Okay, fail. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing my full coverage foundation routine. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. I'm first going to blot my face with a tissue. I do this, I learned this from Wayne Goss here on YouTube, and it really helps to just eliminate any oils before you apply foundation. So I don't use primer. I was using Milk of Magnesia, as you could see in some of my previous makeup videos. However, I found that over time my foundation stopped sitting nicely on it. So I'm just gonna go straight in with my foundation. I'm just gonna go in with the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus foundation. This is what it looks like. I absolutely love this foundation. I've been using this for a couple years now, like almost 3 years, maybe even 4. And yeah, I really love it. It's matte finish, it's medium to full coverage, and I really like how it looks like skin. I think when I wear it, people don't think I have makeup on, which could be just them not really knowing about makeup, but yeah, I'm definitely wearing makeup when I wear this. And I like how you only need a little bit. I don't know if it's visible on camera, but my blemishes do still come through. Like you can still see some imperfections underneath the foundation coming through. So it is a medium to full coverage, like it's buildable. But as you can see, it is pigmented, like it definitely evens out the skin really well. Okay, so that's what we're starting with. Next, I'm going to blot my face again. And I do this so that I get rid of any oils that passed through the foundation just now. I have extremely oily skin, so I highly recommend this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the outer portion of my face. So I'm going to put concealer underneath my eyes, but I set the part that does not get concealed. So I'll show you in a second. 1 second, I need to go get it. Okay, next what I'm going to do is take my MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation in the shade NC50. And I'm going to use my e.l.f. Kabuki brush. And I'm going to apply this on the perimeters of my face, basically, wherever I'm not going to put concealer. Because I used 2 different powders on my face to set my foundation. I highly recommend powder foundation, especially if you have oily skin, just because you need that extra mattifying power. So this really helps with my oily skin, so I love it. And I don't apply spot concealer, so this really helps take the place of this. I don't really need spot concealer because this provides me with coverage as well because it is foundation. So next I'm going to apply some concealer. I'm going to take my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the shade NW35, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques detailing brush, and I'm just going to apply this onto my face underneath my eyes, and I'm going to form a V shape underneath my eyes. I'm also going to take it on my eyelids just so this whole area is nice and bright and lifting forward. This really helps me look awake. And now I'm going to just blend this all out with a beauty blender, a damp beauty blender. So as you can see, there's a huge difference and I absolutely love it. I love when my face looks really nice and bright and awake. And next I'm going to take some translucent powder. This is just the Nye Banana Powder, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. blush brush, tap off the excess, and apply this where I applied the concealer. I'm going to bake, but for the most part I just pack the product into my eyes because I've noticed that when I bake with this powder and like let it sit and everything, my face looks a little chalky, so I don't go in too much like with the baking. I only do certain areas, and I'll show you in a second. Okay, next what I'm gonna do is just take this little cheap sponge that my mom actually took. We were in Ulta and she wanted sponges, so she just took it from the Ulta counter. So I thought that was funny, but I'm just gonna use the tip of the sponge and dip it into the banana powder. And I just like to bake right underneath my eyes because I have some lines underneath my eyes, and if I don't do this and bake under my eyes, the concealer is going to settle into those lines. So like I said, I don't do the whole entire area because if I bake under here, my face looks really chalky and it looks really like, it just looks really disgusting. Like I don't really like it. So yeah. And I'm also going to bake my forehead. Now my forehead, on the other hand, is a different story. My forehead does not look chalky when I do this, and this really helps prevent my forehead from getting oily. So yeah, I just leave it on like that. So I'm about to conceal the other eye and then I'll come right back. Okay, so now I'm back. I've done the other eye using the exact same steps I just did. And next I'm going to move on with nose contouring. So I'm going to take whatever is left on my concealer brush and just apply that to the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose and blend that out. I'm gonna do the same thing. I kind of like bake my nose. Next, I'm gonna go back into my powder foundation and I'm gonna take this e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, just the side of it, like the little corner of it, and I'm gonna use this to go around the bridge of my nose. As you can see, this is all I need for my bridge, but now I'm gonna go into a darker color. So this is where more contouring is going to happen, just with a darker color. So this is in the shade NW48. This is the exact same face powder that I just went into. So I have one that is dark and one that's light. I'm going to go into the darker one, and I'm going to take this brush. This was from one of my Anastasia palettes, the little dual-ended brush, and I'm going to take the fluffy brush side, and I'm just going to go into this, just the tip of it, and I'm going to go around the end of my nose, the tip of my nose. I'm going to take a little bit more and I'm going to go at the top of my nose and complete it with my brow bone. So earlier when I concealed around here and then I use this dark shade to go next to it, it provides a really nice contrast. And I know I look a little crazy right now, but once I do my whole makeup, it all just kind of comes together and I'm usually happy at the end. Okay, I'm just gonna contour. I usually contour as well right away. I don't wait till the end. I usually contour in the beginning because it's part of my base. I'm gonna take the exact same dark shade. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. complexion brush and I just use the side of it and I'm just gonna go right underneath my cheekbones like that and then buff it in. And then I'm going to go on my jawline and then I go under my lip, just because women of color usually have darkness around their mouth, and so when I use the foundation and the powder, it can kind of look a little bit like ashy around my mouth. So I use this to just kind of darken it up just a little bit, and so yeah, it doesn't look as crazy. And I also think it helps complete the contour because this part is dark, so it just emphasizes this brightness. I like that look. Okay, and so that is all of the like face products I'm going to use, but next I'm going to do brows. So I'm just using my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. Okay, so my brows are done and I'm going to use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then the last step is to brush away the bake, so I'm going to brush, okay, fail. Okay, and this is my base. I'm going to complete my makeup and then I will be right back. Okay, and that is my foundation routine. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.